G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Chinny Cylinders. Today I'm going to have a look at a new product, something a little bit different, and I'll show you what we're doing now. Okay, so here we have my personal machine. This is my pride and joy. This is my 20-inch twin. Now I know that everyone out there wants a 20-inch solid, however, I could never find one. This one popped up years and years ago and I restored it. This was a long time ago, and since then it's been cutting my back lawn on and off, depending on what mower I'm trialing out at the time. At the moment, I've got the Mowmaster, so this is kind of sitting there. But let me walk you through. Originally, this front roller I actually made myself. So what I did is I found the correct tube, stainless steel tube, and some end caps, and I made that front roller myself. Now that was years ago, and things have changed a lot since then. So parts have become really available, and things like your front rollers are way easier to get. So this is quite an old build, and I think it still looks fantastic, and I'll never sell this thing. This is my absolute pride and joy. But what we're going to look at now is changing that front roller to a bearing style front roller, and I'll show you what the guys over at CBR SB Parts, and show you what they've come up with, and let's have a look now. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This is a stainless steel mirror finish shaft roller here, and this one's in the 76 mil, and it actually has a stainless steel machined end cap with a Japanese bearing included. So that's something a little bit different that we don't really see often. So that is a really nice looking front roller that you got there, and these are available in multiple sizes. So they will be available in a 14-inch, 17-inch, and a 20-inch, both a 70 mil tube and a 76 mil tube. So I believe the 70 mil tube, I've been told, is a stainless steel 304, and this one here is a 316 stainless steel. So, but have a look at that. That's pretty cool. Now the added bonus on this is you get those Japanese bearings. So let's pull this off. This is holding that washer in place. So here we go. So that's a Japanese bearing there. All right, so that should go on very nicely. I think that looks fantastic. Okay, with the nice mirrored finish, as you can see there. All right, so there's multiple manufacturers out there that actually make these stainless steel front rollers with the bearings already, and I've used quite a different, well, a couple of actually different manufacturers in my time. Early days, I was using a lot of George Bonmod's SB Fabrication of Parts. He makes fantastic front rollers. I've never had a problem with any of his. Brisbane Cylinder Mowers, they make their own front rollers there with the stainless steel and the bearings and all that sort of stuff. And again, I use them on a lot of my builds as well. Never had a problem with any of that sort of stuff. Now, I do get asked quite a bit, am I affiliated with this online, the eBay seller, CBR SB Parts? Do I own the company? Am I running it? The answer to that is no, I'm not doing any of that. I'm merely testing their parts for them. They've contacted me to test their stuff, and it'd be silly not to take them up on their offer to trial out their new products and offer them a little bit of feedback as to what I think and how good the parts are and all that sort of stuff. So I've really enjoyed being able to do that and offer that feedback to them, and this is no different to that. So today we're going to try and fit this front roller. Let's have a look how it goes and how it looks in the end product. And I'm actually quite interested because I've got the end caps on this one. It doesn't have the bearings, and I reckon it's going to make a little bit of a difference. So anyway, let's fit it up now and see how it looks. All right, so first things first, we need to remove my old front roller there, which I'll hook in and I'll get done now. All right, so my front roller's off. As you can see there, no bearings. It's just like a bit of a plastic sleeve that rolls around on your shaft itself. Now what I'm going to do is clean this shaft up, because it has been, obviously I've had a bit of water or something in there. It's a little bit rusty, and I'll fix that up, and I'll throw it all back together with the new front roller on the front of this thing. All right, so I've got my shaft ready. I've got my mirrored finished front roller ready, and I'll go and throw it on now. Now, ideally, I'd like to change the shaft at the same time. I've been told that there is going to be a stainless steel made shaft for these, and they'll become available shortly. And while we're on topic of price, I guess, I've got a price list here as well. So for the 14 inch, you're looking at $149.99. 17's $159.99, and the 20 inch is $169.99. So that's the price point on these. So I'm going to go ahead now and fit them up. They've come with these two spaces as well that I've got to remember to put on. So let's put it all together now and see how she looks. Okay, so there you go. She's all fit up. It really was actually very easy. It's an easy thing for you to do at home. Now, fitment, it's pretty good. It does fit nicely, as you can see there. And it's a beautiful finish. Now, I don't know how bad that's gonna get after, you know, rolling it over concrete or anything like that. But obviously, if you're gonna spend this sort of money on a nice mirrored finished front roller, then you're going to want to look after it and maybe use one of those transport buddies or some sort of system to use, whether you get your vulcanizing done or something like that, something to make it not rub on that on the exposed aggregate if you've got it, or concrete or whatever you've got. So just to preserve the life and the finish of it. So it's a really good product, I think. I like it. Looks nice. And I'm doing away, like I said, with these end caps. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That's how they came out from factory. And, you know, they do their thing. But I think if you can buy a decent front roller, it's definitely worth the investment, because the bearings are just fantastic and they'll never wear out, whereas these ones will, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, realistically, now that I've got that cut to size, I can just whack them out and put a new one in, so it's not too bad. As you can see there, that's the one I made years and years ago, when it was a little bit harder to get parts. Anyway, that's it there. They are available, as I said, on eBay. The seller's name is CBR SB Parts, and they're available, and they will be available very soon, I believe, like I said, with that front roller shaft. So keep your eyes peeled for that too. If you've got any questions, make sure you can ask me, and I can ask the seller, or you can flick him a message yourself. And before you go, I'll quickly give you an update on the handlebar situation. Okay, so the handlebar situation. Now, I think you'll all recall that I tried out the handlebars for them last time. Now, the ones that they sent me were slightly skew-if. Now, I had the seller check, and that was the only pair, unfortunately, the ones that he sent me that were skew-if. So all the others have a very small tolerance, about 5 to 10 mil maximum of difference. So he sent me another pair to look at, and I'll show you now exactly what I mean. Now, this one here, from the wall to there, is about 200. And over here, it's about 200 as well, just underneath. So there's about a 3 to 4 mil difference there. So that's very good. That's back to where you sort of want it to be. So unfortunately, the ones he sent me were slightly out, and I had to provide honest feedback to him as to what I'd received. So that's what I'd said, and he's sent me another set that are much better. So from moving forward, from now on, I believe all these sets are going to be triple checked and only sent out if they're 100% correct. So that's really good to see that he's taken our feedback on board and done something about it, because during the manufacturing process, I believe one of the uprights here was slightly off, which caused the whole thing to be that slightly skew-if. But anyway, they're now aware of that, which is really good. We've been able to provide that and stop them making hundreds and hundreds of these sets that are skew-if. So they're actually able now to make sure that the end product that you guys receive is going to be spot on. So anyway, that's the new set of bars there, and yeah. All right, guys, thanks for watching today's episode, and thanks for looking at this new front roller with the stainless steel end caps. Now, it's just really cool to see that there's still innovation out there. There's still people making all random parts and trying to improve the Scott Bonner scene. And I mean, a couple of years ago, like I said in the video, the parts were really, really hard to come by. Now you've just got really lucky with all the different parts that you can actually get now. So Thanks again to everyone that makes the parts. Thanks to CBR SB Parts for sending me this one to have a look at. Really good quality. I'm sure you'll sell heaps and heaps of these. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next vid.